Hello, everyone. Do you struggle when you walk in the door of your home with feeling like you have so many different tasks that need to be getting done? You can't relax because maybe your house is just not your calm place. There's so many tasks. You're losing track of time. You're losing track of meetings and things that you have. You're late. You're struggling to find things. This all goes into the mental health benefits of organizing. Okay. I want you to think of organizing your home as a form of self care. And I promise you, you will be rewarded in mental health benefits when you make time to organize your home. Okay. Organizing is self care. One of the big first benefits of organizing that you're going to feel is reduce anxiety. Okay. Because physical and mental chaos go hand in hand. If we're feeling like we just can't focus because we have so many things in our head, we're often going to see that same thing in our homes, okay? So when we start clearing the clutter in our homes, start creating systems, our mind is going to follow. They're connected, right? Our environment, mentally and physically, are connected. So when we start going through our spaces and start making it a place where we can get that clarity, we can find things easier, we don't have a buildup of things that we need to do, we're going to feel that reduced anxiety. I've noticed that personally because my home used to be very, very cluttered. I did not start with an organized home. And let me tell you, my home will never be perfect. And it's not my goal to make my home perfect. It is my goal to make my home functional, manageable, a calm space, and continue to keep up with that. It's not about perfect systems. It's not about looking like your home is from a magazine. It's about you. It's about your needs and what you need to do. So when we organize our space, we start feeling a sense of accomplishment. Okay. That is the second mental health benefit to organizing. If you are struggling to feel that sense of accomplishment when it comes to organizing, maybe it's the opposite effect and you're feeling overwhelmed. It might be because you're breaking it up into too big of goals. I don't want you to think like, oh, my whole house is chaos. All this needs to be done. I don't know where to start. It's going to be months, weeks, years. I don't know. Probably not years, but a big chunk of time, even hours. That is a very, very difficult place to start. Okay. Do you have 6 hours to come home from work or to spend on a weekend organizing your home? Do you feel pressure to make that time? Because that's not necessarily going to help you. Instead, I want you to pick small things, very, very small things that don't overwhelm you, like one drawer, one cabinet, not a whole kitchen, just one small space that you can do easily and then feel good about it. When we start organizing our home and we start seeing progress, we're going to create spaces and an environment that are going to help us have motivation. We're going to create an environment for motivation, self-improvement. So one of my recommendations for this is to create spaces that foster this sense, okay? If you have a desk, maybe it's clearing the clutter on your desk, organizing it nicely so that you can focus and function, or if it's a little spot at your table, kind of try and make a nice area there. But start with one because we need at least one space for that. It can even be our bedroom if we like to kind of lay in bed or sit on our chair, if we have a chair in our bedroom, to just really have that space so that our brains can function in the way that we can be doing self-improvement. We can be working on ourselves, working on our big goals. So I want you guys to pick a space for that today. Pick a space, and if it's too big, if you think this is going to take hours and hours and hours, well, pick one task that's going to take you 10 minutes. do it today, and then tomorrow pick another task that's going to take you 10 minutes, and you're going to see improvements right away. So one thing I like about organizing is it's instant gratification. I mean, not very many things that we do have that instant gratification like organizing does. For instance, if we're starting to eat healthier, run, lose weight, we're not going to see that right away. It's very, very important, but it's going to take time to even see a difference. Whereas when we organize our space, we see immediate difference. The one important thing to remember is to start and finish a task. That's why we keep it small. Don't rip everything out of your whole kitchen cupboards and leave it there, because we're going to feel like we've created a bigger mess. So pick a small space and do it from start to finish. And when we start doing this, we're going to create more spaces where we feel more motivated. And we're going to start seeing an improvement in ourselves. I definitely did. I seen a huge improvement in my feeling of being able to grow as a person, right? We just need to create space for that. We need to create an environment for that. Another part of organization for mental health is actually better time management, which might not seem huge for mental health right away. But again, it goes with anxiety. It goes with that feeling of overwhelmed. If we're feeling overwhelmed, that's not good for our mental health. So once we kind of get our home back to a level where we feel like we can function fully, we're not getting distracted by our environment, but our environment is set up to help us, we're going to be able to manage our time better. We're going to have better routines. For instance, immediately we're going to have the ability to wake up and get out the door faster, because we're not going to be looking for things. Things are just going to be easier. You're not going to be struggling to clean up because you don't know where things go. So that's the first time management benefit, is that it actually will buy you back more time. You're going to invest some time now and you're going to get more time back, because things are just going to be easier. Things are going to be easier. Your routines are going to be better. And then it can seep into things like setting your priorities. You're going to gain habits that are going to help you to break things into smaller tasks. So organizing is definitely helpful for your ability to manage your time. And probably my favorite part of having an organized home is just your relaxation. It's just your ability to create an oasis that you can go to every single day. You can wake up in, you can go home to, you can just relax and enjoy, because you're getting rid of all those triggers in your environment. We have triggers every single day, no matter what. But if we can get rid of most of the stress triggers in our environment, we're winning. Okay. So we're going to be able to get to go home and relax in our space. Again, going back to how it's self-care, if we want to go and take a spa day or a weekend away, we're going to be able to enjoy it so much more, because we're not feeling like, oh, when I get home, I have so much to do, or I'm skipping doing things I need to do in my home in order to do this. Because when your home is organized, cleaning is way easier. It's going to be way faster to clean up if you don't have clutter everywhere, if you know exactly where your things go. So you're going to have that environment that if you just want to sit down and drink tea, it's going to hugely impact how much benefits of that relaxation we get, because it's going to be the difference between feeling like we are avoiding our problems to relax and actually fully being able to relax. So if you guys have any other ideas or any other ways that organizing your home has impacted your mental health and I have missed it, please share. I would like to hear it. And if you want more tips, follow me on happyspaceorganizing.ca or my Facebook account or on here. All right. Have a good day.